Hello, this is Judy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm continuing on with day 3 of Chrissy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches, round 15. And this video is going to be much shorter than the last one because I'm not going to do any of the mixed media. This is the sketch, and I'm going to be using pattern paper. And I don't know if I'm going to do this part because I found some paper that might actually work for that, but everything else is quite easy. And this is by Amanda Castle. Thank you, Amanda, for the sketch. And it looks like she's at Joyful Scrapper. So it looks like a layer underneath this one, and then some, sorry, the heater just turned on, and then some paper at the bottom here with the title. So it's going to be a relatively easy layout. And some of the things that I pulled out, first of all, the photos. I've got 2 landscape photos of my grandson eating some corn on the cob, and oh my gosh, he was just dug into that. He just loved it. You can see it, right? So I don't need to explain. And then I found a couple of other little things to add to the layout, and I think those are from Echo Park. And these are just some tags that I had in my stash. I really dug through the stash this time. I found a border. I think this was a Creative Memories punch. It's actually a train track. And then I got that in a swap. It's a fence. And then a couple more from Echo Park. I've been seeing how I could lay this out. And some flags to maybe make a banner. And then I love this quote: you can't buy happiness, but you can buy local and farm fresh. And that's kind of the same thing. Definitely, I live on a farm, so. And then I did find this. This was in a swap from RTS. It's a Facebook group that I belong to. And then some more fence posts. These were in a stamp set, I believe, from Close to My Heart. They were a thin cut. So the paper I chose is this, and this I had in my stash. It's from K & Company, and it is quite old, and I had quite a lot of it, and I gave away a lot of it at my retreats. So if you go to my retreats, you may have this. So I'm going to use it today. I think it's very fitting. And then I also have this great wood grain, red wood grain, and it is from Reminisce, and I'm going to use the other side. And I think I'm going to have to trim it down because it does have that one border here. And then I'm going to put this over it and frame it. I'll probably gut that out because I do like that paper. And then this is going to go at the bottom. And remember, on the sketch it had the line here, and I thought, geez, this paper is working that out for me, so I'm not going to feel like I need to do that. And that's the beauty of sketches and scrapbooking, is you can follow it detail for detail or very loosely. So that's where I'm going with it today. What I did was I trimmed out the middle of this to save for another project. I cut off 1 inch from this piece, and then I trimmed off the bottom. I don't know how much I trimmed. It doesn't really matter because this yellow piece is going to be covering it up. And this is just plain cardstock. I believe it might be Sundance from Close to My Heart. This was a strip that had the information from the top. So I thought I'd put that on here. Why not? I don't want to waste it, right? And I have enough stuff in my stash where I don't need to save it somewhere. So I thought I would put this little quote here with the corn stalk, and the photos are going to be layered. I love the look on his face here. But he looked and he saw me taking his photo, and then he just revolved the corn and just kept chowing down on it. It was so cute. All right, so I found some of these, and it has a whole bunch of vegetable seed on it, and I thought I might put that down. It's kind of gonna hide the fence though, so I'm not quite sure. I might cut a couple of them out, but I could put Farm Fresh over here. And then I was going to put just a couple of flags underneath. I think I will use this one. So those will go under the photo. I still have to mat the photo. And then in this sketch, it had a couple of flags under that one and then a couple of tags on the top of that one. So that's going to be easy to do. And this one has like a tractor, but it has that yellow look that matches with this paper perfectly. So I think I can do journaling on those and have hidden journaling. I don't have a lot to say. He just, you know, was eating corn on the cob. Not a lot to say other than he really liked it. Don't we all, right? So I will see here. Maybe I can use one of these. It's a whole different color, but it goes with this, and it has some of the tones there. So we'll see. And it does have some of the red from here, and then of course the red on the outside. So we'll see if that sticks. I might do this one. No, that's another one that I could do because it has different kind of a feel than just the words. Oh, this might be okay. That could be a topper for those banners. And then on the farm could as well. I kind of like that. I always get out more than I'm going to use because I like to have choices. But I need to use stuff from my stash, so this is making me feel good. Okay, the heater turned on again, so I just kept on working before I turned the video back on. But all I did was add a black border around this piece. Something about having pattern paper layered on pattern paper. I like to have a piece of cardstock in between to define the edge. It really makes it pop out and helps to give it definition, obviously. This piece of cardstock is just glued down, and then I have the fence, the train track that I'm going to make a fence. And I'm going to just add some glue here, a little bit. And this is Barely Art glue. And these little bottles I get from Amazon. And everybody loves them at the retreats because this glue, you only need a tiny bit, just a tiny bit, and it holds, and it's just really good glue. So we're going to put the fence here. And this is going to go here. And I cut the photos down. I like to use the size of 3.5 by 5. It's a big enough size. It's larger than the 3 by 4. And it's just a size that works with my brain and my scrapbooking. So that is the size that I cut it down to. Then I double matted it again with the black and the red to match his shirt and this color of the wood. So we have our corn and that. Oh, I was going to put this down, so let's not forget that. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down now. And I also found a sticker from a really old sheet of stickers that has corn on it. It was very hard for me to find anything in my stash that had corn on it. I remember having scrapbook paper that had corn, but could I find it? No. But with everything that I have, I can definitely make it fit even though I don't have corn paper. It's just, you don't need to have the specific paper to match what you're scrapbooking about. And it's okay. And I keep on telling myself that because it's an old habit to try to find paper that went with whatever your photos were. You can make it work without it. It's just fine. So these are the stickers with the corn, and there's actually a corn cob there. And these are old from PSX. Do you remember that? It's 2001. These are so old, but I'm going to use them. So let's get out some corn. And these are see-through stickers. And the way I put these down is I put them over my hand so it doesn't stick to the paper while I'm putting it down. And I'm just going to line it up. And it's a little sticky on my hand, but it's better than it sticking to the paper where I don't want it. And then carefully just put it down. I got a little bubble there. I'll try and get that out in a second. And it just adds a nice touch. Oh, and it's not long enough. Look at that. All right. So let me get my tweezers. I'm going to try and pull this up and straighten it out. I think I got it. All right. I don't think anybody's going to notice that. If they do, too bad. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so we're going to have these maybe staggered like that. I kind of like having the barn peek out. And this is going to go here with the corn. And my 2 tags that I can use for hidden journaling will go here. And I think they do have little holes, so I can get a little bit of thread to put in them. And I'm just going to have this on the farm with the little flags. And just making sure I get everything laid out the way I want it before I adhere the rest of this. With this one. Okay. So I may move this up because I was going to put my title down here. In the sketch, it has the title down here with a subtitle, which can be anything. My title was going to be, Taste of Summer, because definitely corn is, even though this was October 1st. I looked on the back of the photos. We have corn for a long time in the southern tier of New York where I live. The season is quite long if we're lucky. After the first frost, no more corn. But anyways, so I'm not sure if it's going to fit here. So I might have to move all this up. So that I can have that title. And maybe that'll help the flags to stand out a little bit better too. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay. So I pulled out these stickers. I'm not sure if the brown's going to look. I could do taste here. I got other colors for the other letters. I've been on a kick of using different fonts and colors of letters for my titles. So here's the red for summer. And I was going to try and find some wood grain here for of. And see if I can do an O. That's a Q. So I need an O and an F. So I will find those. Oh, there's an F, so that's good. And then I will be right back. All right, I just wanted to show you, these letters are really shiny and I don't like how they look. It's distracting, I guess. And unfortunately, they're really sticky for these old stickers. So I'm going to carefully pull them up. And I don't know if I'll ever use them. That's not really my style now. But you never know. So if I can get them up without tearing them and put them back on the carrier sheet, you never know, right? That's why I have a lot in my stash. And I did find some other letters that I thought would work better. They're more of a matte. And they're from close to my heart, way back when there was a collection called Central Park. They had these reddish alphabets. So let's go ahead and use this. And I think that'll be, oh, it's almost perfect with that red. So, and this is, I hope, candy apple. I'm not really sure, but that's what that color is candy apple. So let's go ahead and pull these out and see what we think. Those aren't really going to show over the top of that. Maybe I'm going to have to do a banner there. Let me think about that. I could pull up some of the yellow to put underneath summer to do like a banner or a flag or something. Let me see what I can come up with. Okay, this is what I decided to do. I put it on the same color paper, just on the darker side. And I put the letters on there, and then I traced a line with a black journaling pen. So I think that looks good. And I'm going to put it up high enough so some of the fence shows underneath. And then we can do the of, which pulls out. And that is a Q. I had to MacGyver it. I had to cut off the little pieces of it because I couldn't find the same font as the F and the O. So I made it work. And those are not stuck down. They need a little glue with them. So we're going to do that. I thought this. And then I was thinking maybe I would take it away. And I could put the corn over here. But then this place looks very plain, you know. So I don't know. But this really is a little big. But it is that is the feeling I get when I see him eating this corn, because it is. We do get it from a local grower, and it's the best corn ever. I've tried to grow it in my garden, and I just can't get anything like the corn that she has. So that is probably going to stay. You know, it's the story that I'm trying to tell. It's having that farm fresh sweet corn. And I want to have that little barn showing, and the sun, and my tags. And I could outline those too because they're getting kind of lost. So let's go ahead and do that. And see if that helps at all. If it doesn't help, maybe I'll just have to scrap the tag idea. Yeah, I think I'm going to scrap the idea. That's okay. We'll save them for something else. All right. So let's go ahead and commit. So this photo will go down first. And find my tape runner, which has got up and run away. There it is. Now, if I was going to have the tags there, I would have left the top without glue so that I could tuck the tags down. I might be able to find a little, what do you call it? A little thing to tuck there. I'll think of the word after this. I don't know, would that look good up there? No. All right, so now this one, I think I'm going to pop that up on some foam. And I just reuse fun foam that I find. My husband actually got some. I don't know why the letters are on there, but he got a whole bunch of them when he got some from a sale, and he was going to throw them all away, and I said, oh, I can use those. So, for what? I'm like, oh, just don't you worry about it. I will make good use of them. So I'll have him like this. We'll have the corn there. You don't want to cover up the corn. That's the story. And I see some little paper pieces on this from, I don't know. I thought it was an ephemera pack. It didn't have any punch outs, but maybe I'm mistaken. But I just like to get rid of those little paper tags that I see on them. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this to the photo and tuck the flags underneath it. And this tag is a different pattern, so I'm going to put that one in the middle and have the other two going out from it. So these are circles, and the red one has got little crosses on it. So it really gave it some dimension having that photo up. So let's see if we get those. That looks cute with it overlapping. All right, so I think that's a good thing. So let's go ahead and adhere this down. I was thinking about popping it up, but I like having it with the little flag over the top. Let's tuck it under there. It's something about having things touch each other that helps your layouts to flow. So don't be afraid to do that. It does help with the viewing it to keep everything in a nice rhythm with your eye going around the layout. I don't know why. It must be something scientific about it, because you hear people say it all the time. I don't know what the scientific meaning is, but there you have it. All right, so now we're going to put taste on, and the heater came back on. Can you believe this? It's June and the heater's on. But like I said, we do have longer season in the end of the year. So I'm going to continue this, and when the heater goes off, I will come back on and show you where I'm at. I finished the layout. I really like how it looks. A couple of things I did. I matted this with red, and it made it look so much better. I don't know, it was just distracting not having that. So I think it just brought it together, having the red, and that green was probably here, but it just didn't look right to me. So if you can make it work with adding another color to it, go for it. I really wanted that on the layout, so that was how I made it work. I really like how it turned out. I hope you like this. I did add a tag here on the side for my hidden journaling. I wanted to be able to write something, and there was nowhere to do it. So I added it there, and this was just a tag in my stash. I pulled out some other tags, but none of them quite fit. And this red actually is this color, looks very close. So I think it works really well. Have a great day, and thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and enjoy the rest of the videos that everyone else is doing. Thank you. Bye-bye.